Welcome back to my YouTube channel, John Lewis 3D Learning. So in this presentation, we are going to see a different method, that is a mathematical way of solving or balancing a chemical equation. So many students ask me, sir, is there only one method, hit and run method, or trial and error method for balancing a chemical equation? No, there are some other methods. So here it is purely based on mathematics. If you have learned how to solve the linear equations like x and y, and this balancing the equation becomes very easy based on that balancing the equation type. Okay, so here let us take this equation. So what is it called? ABCDE method. So purely mathematical way of solving it. And you take this equation. I have given you the equation in chemical formula here. BaCl2, barium chloride plus sodium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. See how to balance this equation. First of all, this formula should be correct. Only then there is a point in balancing the equation. When the formula itself is wrong, there is no point in balancing the equation. That you know very well. So let us consider we know how to write the formulas correctly, and from there we proceed how we can use this mathematical way of solving or balancing the equation. So what we need to put is, so what is the name of the method? ABCDE method. So here two reactants and two products are there. Therefore we need ABCD. So put A in front of the first compound, put B in front of the second one, put C in front of the third one, and put D in front of the fourth one. Okay, so that is very clear. Now what we need to do is, we have to take each and every atom on the left side and equate to the right hand side. Okay, you take barium. How many barium here? Only one barium. And what is the number in front? A. Therefore 1A is equal to, and you go to the product side, you take the same barium. How many barium is there? Only one. And what is the number in front? C. Multiply these two, C. Therefore 1A is equal to 1C. That means what? A is equal to C. Okay, now take the same compound, take the other atom, chlorine. How many chlorines are there here? 2. And what is the number in front? A. Multiply these two, 2A. 2A is equal to, now you go to the product side and find out the number of chlorine atoms there. Okay, where is chlorine? Chlorine is here in this compound. How many chlorine is there? Only 1. But what is the number in front? D. Therefore 1D. Therefore here 2A is equal to 1D. So that is what is the second equation. 2A is equal to 1D. Okay, now you move to the next compound. So sodium and sulfate are there. Now let us take sodium. How many sodiums are there? 2 atoms of sodium. What is the number in front? B. Multiply these two, you get 2B. 2B is equal to, you go to the product side and find out the number of sodium atoms. Where is sodium? Sodium is here. How many sodium in this formula? Only 1. What is the number in front? D. Therefore 1 into D is equal to 1D. Therefore 2B is equal to 1D. What is the last one? SO4. So here we can take SO4 together, because both in the reactant side and product side, SO4 is present only in one place. So here only, nowhere else sulfur and oxygen. They present together only in one place. Same way in the product side also, sulfur and oxygen present only in one place. It is not split into many other things. Okay, therefore we can take SO4 as one unit. Therefore how many SO4 here? Only 1. What is the number in front? B. Therefore 1B is equal to, in product side where is SO4? Here. How many SO4? Only 1. Therefore 1 is multiplied by the number in front is C. Therefore 1C. Therefore 1B is equal to 1C. That is B is equal to C. Now you compare these 4 equations. Anything are same. You take first one, 1A is equal to 1C. You see the fourth one, 1B is equal to 1C. That means what? A, B and C are equal. A is equal to B is equal to C. Therefore, these 3 numbers should be the same. A, B, C should be the same. Suppose A is 1, B is also 1, C is also 1. Okay, so therefore let us take when A, so therefore A is equal to B is equal to C. Therefore when A is 1, B is 1 and C is also 1. Therefore, A, B, C is solved. Now we need to find out D. Now you take any one of the equation in which D is present. So second equation and third equation has D in it. Am I right? So second and third equation, they have D in them. Therefore, we can get how we can get D. So let us take this equation. 2A is equal to 1D. 2A is equal to 1D. So when A is equal to 1, then D will be equal to 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Okay, very simple. Now A is 1, B is 1, C is 1 because A is equal to B is equal to C. When A is 1, what is the value we found out for D? 2. Therefore, you substitute all these values in the final equation. 1 BaCl2, 1 we need not write, plus 1 Na2SO4, we need not write that one, gives 1 BaSO4 that we need not write, and D is 2, therefore 2 NaCl. So if you count the number of atoms on both sides, now this will be equal. This is one of the easiest way of solving chemical equation mathematically. So this method is called ABCDE method. So here only we have used only 4 letters A, B, C, D. Suppose there are 3 products, E also will come, isn't it? Okay, let us try one more sum. So let us take this equation. Aluminium plus chromic oxide. When it is heated, what it gives? It gives chromium plus aluminium oxide. Okay, first of all, we need to convert that into chemical formula. So in the first case, I have given you the chemical formula itself. Here we have to derive the chemical formula. Aluminium, we know Al. Chromic oxide, chromic Cr, oxide O. Chromic valency is 3, oxide valency is 2. So if you interchange, you will get Cr2O3. Gives chromium, okay, that is Cr, plus aluminium oxide. Symbol of aluminium is Al, symbol of oxide is O. Aluminium valency is 3 and oxide valency is 2. If we interchange, we will get Al2O3. Therefore, if you write this equation in chemical formula, so what it will be? Al plus Cr2O3 gives Cr plus Al2O3. Okay, that's fine. But now what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to put A, B, C, D in front of each and every reactant and product. Okay, the first one is Al, put A. The second one, Cr2O3, put B. Gives chromium, put C in front of chromium. And then aluminium oxide, you put D. Again here, 2 reactants and 2 products are there. Therefore, we got only 4 alphabets, A, B, C and D. Okay, now let us try to equate. Let us try to form the linear equation here. Okay, how many aluminium in the left hand side? Only 1. And what is the number in front? A. Therefore 1A. So 1A we can simply write A. 1 we need not write. A is equal to, so product side where aluminium is present, here it is present in Al2O3. How many aluminiums are there? 2 aluminium. And 2 multiplied by this number D is equal to 2D. Therefore, A is equal to 2D. That is the first equation. A is equal to 2D. That is the first equation. Okay, now let us move on to the next one. What is the next one? Chromium. How many chromium here? 2. And what is the number in front? B. Multiply these two numbers 2B. Therefore, 2B is equal to, where the same chromium in the product side here. How many chromiums here? Only 1. And what is the number in front? C. Therefore, 1 into C is equal to 1C. Therefore, what is here? 2B is equal to 1C. 2B is equal to 1C. So 1 we did not write. 2B is equal to 1C. Let us consider this as equation number 2. Okay, now the third one, the last one here. Only 3 elements are there. No. Aluminium, chromium and oxygen. Okay. So now you take oxygen. How many oxygens here? 3. But what is the number in front? B. Therefore, multiply these two. You get 3B. And where this oxygen is present in the product side, Al2O3. How many oxygen? 3. What is the number in front? D. Therefore 3D. Therefore 3B is equal to 3D. So 3 is common. Therefore cancel it out. Therefore B is equal to D. Therefore B is equal to D. Very simple, no? So when B and D are same here. B and D are same here. Now we need to find out what is that? A, B, C, D. Okay, let us consider A is equal to 1. When A is equal to 1, So is there any relationship anywhere else A is present? So 2D is equal to 1. Okay. When A is 1, 2D will be equal to 1. Therefore, D will be equal to half. This is what is written. When A is 1, substitute A is equal to 1 here. 2D is equal to 1. Therefore, D is equal to half. But what is the third equation we have derived? B is equal to D. When D is half, B is also will be equal to half. So now we have got the three values. A is 1, D is half. When D is half, B is also half. Now we have to find out C. Where C is present in this equation here. So 2B is equal to C. So what we have got already, B is equal to half. Substitute B is equal to half here. So we have derived 2B is equal to C. Substitute B is equal to half. Therefore 2 and 2 get cancelled. Therefore C is equal to 1. Okay. Therefore what is the value? When A is equal to 1, D is half, B is half, C is equal to 1. Substitute here. When A is 1, B is half, C is 1 and D is half. But in any chemical equation, no number should be in fraction. Therefore, we have to convert them into a whole number. How? So here, what is the denominator in both the fraction? 2. Therefore, if you multiply the whole equation by 2, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, isn't it? Therefore, multiply the whole equation by 2 here. Therefore, what do you get? So 1 into 2 is 2AL. Then half into 2 is 1. Therefore, 1 CR 2O3. And 1 CR multiplied by 2 is 2 CR. Here half AL 2O3 multiplied by 2, this 2 and 2 get cancelled. Therefore, you get 1 AL 2O3. So now this is the balanced equation for this. Hope it is very clear, and it is one of the easiest ways of balancing any chemical equation. Hope you liked it. You take a lot more example on your own from your textbook. Try to solve it by this method. And if you have any difficulty in understanding this, please post your comment below this video in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.